inches is the gap in height. Both fighters coming in half a pound below the divisional limit. 3.5-inch reach advantage with Jimmy Rivera. All right, now for the particulars, back inside to the buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 23 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135.5 pounds. Fighting out of Ramsey, New Jersey, presenting the number 9 ranked Bantamweight contender in the world, Jimmy El Terra Rivera! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 18 wins, 5 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, presenting the number 8 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Pedro, the Young Punisher Munoz. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
First of 2 main card assignments tonight for Herb Dean, the veteran referee. Jimmy Rivera, about a -150 betting favorite tonight against that man, Pedro Munoz, who comes back at +125. The fight clock is brought to you by Modelo.
Whoa!
Munoz in black, Rivera in white.
I mean, he wants to get that win back. He wanted to do it in the first 5 seconds. Fair play.
Munoz loves that front kick right up the middle.
And you're going to see him, both these guys, just chop each other's calves apart, I believe.
Oh, man. I mean, that's the thing about Jimmy Rivera. He hits so hard with every single shot, always looking for the knockout. And I got to say, Pedro Munoz isn't far behind him.
And I love how Jimmy Rivera really mixes things up to the body as well. He really goes in there and throws big combinations and goes upstairs and downstairs. Look like a slip.
Baixinho na saída. Isso. Aí você vai ver melhor. Fita pouco. As fitas.
Spinning attack from Pedro Munoz. Rivera wise to it. He counters with a 1-2.
Oh, man. Massive left hook.
See, Mike, we talked about those ones that you don't really hear. I think that was one of them.
But Jimmy's kind of checking it as well. He kind of turned the shin bone outwards there. But this isn't disappointing. I mean, this, this is what I expected. 90 seconds in, these guys throwing everything they've got. Oh! He almost went. He almost went there. You saw him, he kind of wobbled for a second, and then he came back round. I mean, look at that. Jimmy is swinging with everything he has. So is Pedro. But Pedro's mixing it up. He's throwing kicks, calf kicks, head kicks, wheel kicks.
I'm telling you, though, Munoz has already done some damage to that lead leg of Rivera. You see him wince when Pedro starts, and he is committing to it. He's not just tapping these calf kicks. Pedro Munoz is swinging hammers at that calf.
I agree.
Should I say
but I will
baseball
also
bats?
say Jimmy's done damage to his jaw, to Pedro's jaw, because he wobbled him a second. Oh! I mean, both guys, my word.
25th pro fight for Pedro Munoz. He has never been finished.
You're right, Paul.
Wow.
He's hurting him there because he's like, okay, I am sick of you kicking my calf. Take 2 back.
I like that Rivera he's answering back with his own calf kick as well as the beautiful big giant hooks that he's throwing, trying to take your face off.
You can see promotionally why they chose to run this back.
Oh, yeah.
You can run it back again soon if they want.
Slight delay after one camp dealt with COVID-19. This was to go down a few weeks ago.
Goodness.
My word.
I mean, the speed on both of them, fantastic. I mean, we know that with this weight class, but a lot of the time, the speed comes at the sacrifice of a little power. With these guys, it's speed and power.
They will be hurting tomorrow. They're hurting right now.
I was going to say that.
See, there's another beautiful rip to the body there from Rivera. Comes upstairs with the hook.
Yeah, and you see the way Rivera rolled underneath that hook of Munoz and then pivoted and turned the tables. He went from being against the fence to turning it around to where Pedro was against the fence. Beautiful footwork.
You know, sometimes we talk about fighters don't fight to their own attributes. Jimmy Rivera, I believe, is the opposite of that. That hurt his leg, though. I'm telling you, he's got to start figuring something out or knock down Munoz with one of these counters. There it is. It's gone. The calf, it's gone.
Yeah, that's in a world of trouble. The swelling everywhere.
Doesn't matter. He has to either knock him out now or at some point he will not be able to stand on that leg. We're only 4 minutes into this first round of a 15-minute fight.
Yeah, the last one dropped him, and now every time he's touching it, it's gonna get worse and worse.
Bad.
Worse and worse. I mean, look at that, Munoz, 8 head strikes, 13 to the leg, and it's almost the exact opposite, 12-6 for Rivera. I mean, such a smart game plan these days.
Yep.
Munoz doing a pretty good job keeping a high guard to prevent some of these power shots from getting through completely.
That's what he needs to do for people at home. You can't really check the calf kick because even if you try and check it, you're still connecting with the muscle a little bit. You've just got to move. You've got to step back or you lift it up. You've got to avoid the calf kick.
Yeah, completely, right? You have to not be there.
Exactly. You can't check it.
This has been a definite trend in the UFC, but even more so this year. It just seems like those calf kicks are a huge part of people's game plans.
Because I think we're seeing it over and over again. Like, what do we talk? Every fight we've said calf kick, I think, in every single fight.
Yeah.
Look at that. Jimmy's bouncing up and down. He's in agony.
All right, round 2 coming up.
You're the bank. Where are you? Thank you, Coach.
God, just kill me.
I know. You got to keep your rhythm so you're ready to move. You're starting to get breathe.
Where should I move?
Listen to Ray. Breathe for a second. Listen to Ray.
A lot of your movement down and up. I need you to move your hands, right? Down, which way am I moving?
Your feet are getting flat. You're standing in front of him. You're not in your rhythm. Check his kicks. You can't check because you're flat-footed. You're standing still. You're like this instead of being hot feet. Hot feet. Hot feet. Don't worry about it too much, though. Body and head. Down with your
All
chin.
right, there is Jimmy
overhand
Rivera
right.
in the
Down
corner.
with
He
your
said
hand
his
up,
calf
yeah.
is killing
You're hitting
him.
Good. No, keep her drinking there.
My left leg's killing me. I don't know what to do with it.
Let's take a look at some of the action. Oh my God, that's the opening of the round when Pedro comes out and flies across the cage. And Rivera's boxing is looking absolutely beautiful, but the problem is the damage has sort of been done by Pedro Munoz with those calf kicks.
Yeah, listen, the writing's on the wall. The way Jimmy walks back to his corner, he was trying to disguise it, but even still, every time he stepped on the left leg, it was obvious. And then Pedro knows that. He's seen that. He's got an injured animal there. He's going to go right back to that. And even the cut man, he didn't need to be told. He went right over with the ice to the calf. Oh!
There we go.
That's what he wants.
But then you're down there with a demon
wants.
as well, and he's got this straight ankle lock. Now he's turning it into a heel hook, and it's across him this way.
Inverted heel hook for Jimmy, though.
Yep, and oh, you're right, and good job for Jimmy recognizing that, and they end up both back on their feet.
Oh!
Nice job by Munoz to raise the knee to the target.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this is my fight of the night so far.
Yeah.
We're a round in. Unbelievable.
Yeah, these guys are going to deserve every bit of their money tonight.
I love watching Jimmy Rivera let go with those hands. It's just so beautiful to watch.
He's got a lot of different combinations he can go to, and Munoz, of course, not afraid to hang in the pocket to land another calf kick, which he was able to do.
Oh, yeah, listen, I got to talk about Pedro as well, because he's also, you know, very good to watch. He's fighting fire with fire. He's firing back. It's a very even fight. But the story so far is that calf kick of Pedro's and the calf of Jimmy. But look at that, totally even. I think for Jimmy, what he needs to do to counter the calf kicks, he's got to go forward. Forward pressure, have Pedro on the back foot. If you're on the back foot, you're not throwing calf kicks because you can't plant and throw it. Ooh.
And that was not necessarily the advice he got in the corner. They were calling for lateral movement. Right. He sort of desperately said, where do I move?
Yeah, he did say, where do I move? What do I do? Tell him to stop kicking me. But as I say, going forward, that will stop the calf kick. You can't kick to the calf if your opponent is in your face walking forwards.
Yeah, Jimmy just thought about switching southpaw. I think a few more And he's going to have to pull guard. And
yeah, the problem is when you switch stance, though, right? He's an orthodox fighter. Can he be effective from southpaw? Of course. Is he less effective from southpaw, though? I would say, yeah, he is. That's why he favors the orthodox stance. So by switching stances, okay, is presenting the other leg as opposed to the injured one, but he's then diminished in his fighting ability.
Set that up, though. There you go.
An uppercut would be nice for Jimmy. Pedro's hands are there. He's blocking a lot of the hooks, but he's open for the uppercut.
See, he's so hesitant to open up because he doesn't want to get kicked. And you see Pedro being so patient, just waiting. Because he knows it's only going to take a...
Oh, my word.
And they say the little guys don't hit hard. Or I do, or used to.
Spinning attack, Rivera shakes it off, partially landed on that beard, now acknowledges it.
Oh, look at that.
He can't even help it. As tough as Jimmy Rivera is, he can't help but totally acknowledge how bad his calf is
exactly,
hurting.
Because if you're Pedro Munoz and you see your opponent doing that, you're just thinking, oh, ho, ho, I'm going to that again in a second, buddy.
Beautiful job by Munoz to land again. Anderson Franca's got to love what his student's doing tonight. His Muay Thai coach, longtime staple of American Top Team.
Yeah, Pedro's looking sensational here. I mean, the variety of shots, the composure, he's controlling the octagon. Of course, Jimmy's firing back with devastating blows.
Good movement there from Munoz.
Looked like that last offering from Pedro maybe opened up a cut underneath the left eye of Jimmy.
Yeah, a little one. Doesn't look to be too bad.
I mean, round one, very, very close, but we've got Pedro landing more significant strikes in both rounds, and it's Pedro that has his opponent hurt also.
You can just see the swelling starting to really build up on the outside of that leg of Jimmy Rivera. See that? He's got strong calves to begin with, but...
I mean, we've got to do something about these calf kicks. Otherwise, it's got to turn into the ultimate calf kicking championship.
Illegal.
Do you know what I mean? Let's just make them illegal. Can we go back to good old-fashioned fighting?
That's certainly not the first time I've heard that suggestion.
It's like, get rid of the calf kicks, because all you're going to do is kick them in the calf, and you can't fight.
I mean, you're not wrong, right?
One can
kind of like that, Mike. It's kind of like that.
Oh!
Both guys landing big hooks in
what
close.
A fight.
Wow. Round three coming up.
Okay. Breathe, sit down. Just breathe. Look at me. Look at me. 5 minutes to go. He's going to be desperate because the kick is it's hurting him. It's breathing really, really deep. There we go. I need you to be relaxed. Very good.
That's what we got to do. We got to bite our mouthpiece and we got to fucking throw. Okay. Don't do just enough to lose a decision. Go out there on your fucking shield. Let's win this fight. Straight up. If it hurts, switch lefty. 1, 2, step forward and go lefty. But we got to fight this round. All right? Go ahead, bro.
All right, round three is brought to you by P3, the official protein snack of the UFC. We got 3 broadcasters just giddy here between rounds after all of this offense.
So the corner work in Jimmy's corner by Luis Gaudino was absolutely perfect. He said, look, listen, don't do just enough to lose a decision, because if you don't go for it, you're going to lose anyway. So go out there, leave it all in the octagon, and try and finish this man. He said, if you've got to switch stances, go orthodox. And I fully agree, you know, because at this point, fighting hurt is not going to win this fight because Pedro's gathering momentum. And that's just the kind of thing you need to say to your fighter to get them fired up for the 3rd round, to go out and try and change the momentum in this fight.
Great job by UFC veteran Luis Gaudino. And again, if Jimmy Rivera is to get that finish, he will be the first to do that against Pedro Munoz in a mixed martial arts contest.
Ooh. See, that's really smart as well. He's been going to the leg so often. So then you get, you know, you're focusing on the leg, and then guess what? You bring it high, and you get caught with a flush head kick.
Yeah, really smart there from Munoz. And I like that he's not just swinging wildly at that calf. He's really trying to, and faking it, pump faking Jimmy. But Jimmy is still in this fight, because if anybody's got a puncher's chance to be in this, it's Rivera.
Jimmy's a dangerous man, simple as that. Hurt, even more dangerous.
Yeah, you got to acknowledge the Jersey tough Jimmy Rivera.
Oh, now he's got to think about a cup check to be dealing with, too, on top of my calf.
But listen, I'll be honest.
He probably wants that.
I've got a cup on. Kick me in the cup over the calf all day. Not only does it not hurt, you've got protection, but you get a few minutes, you know what I mean? Say, hold on, ref, I need the full 5.
Let's fight.
Can I get an ice pack for this leg while I'm shaking this one off?
Pedro is sharp, though. You see that?
Oh, that uppercut snuck through for Rivera. That stung Munoz.
The old sneaky.
I had a fighter tell me recently, though, even with shin pads on, if you take a calf kick wrong in practice, you might miss a week.
Oh, Bilal used to, whenever I got mad at him and frustrated him in sparring, Bilal Muhammad, I would just kick his calf.
Right.
So, you know, I'd like to take some of his success from that last outing. So, congrats to Bilal for his first main event.
Well, not only have you got, you know, the muscle damage that is done that prevents your movement and obviously creates a lot of pain, you got the peroneal nerve there as well.
Yeah, it can literally shut your leg off.
Yeah, you kick the peroneal nerve, it's like banging your funny bone in the elbow, right? And you lose all feeling. I mean, look at Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera. Perfect example. He took a kick, then he couldn't stand, then he fell over, and it was the end of the fight. Cejudo versus Demetrius Johnson, same thing there. You know, it's a very, of course, the pain side of things is one, but also if you target it perfectly, it can really, you know.
Yeah, you can't even walk right. You can't feel your leg.
Okay. Watch your fingers.
Yeah.
Come on, let's fight.
All right, we have crossed the midpoint of this third and final round. We'll see if Rivera can rally.
See the speed of that jab by Munoz. I mean, that is fast.
He's been training for years with Robson Conceição, who was the first Brazilian boxer to win Olympic gold.
Sorry, John.
That's okay.
I apologize, bud.
Man, his knee's purple.
Yeah, he can hardly walk. The way he got up then. I mean, this is all sheer heart, will, desire to win, fighting spirit, everything, because he wants nothing else than this fight to be over and just sit down on his chair, have some ice and maybe a good beer because he deserves it.
Yeah, he's potentially going to be in the hospital, making sure he doesn't end up with compartment syndrome tonight. That's the only problem with these calf kicks, and we've talked about it, and you've heard it before. It swells so much that potentially they need to slice your leg open to keep it from.
Shout out to our guy, Austin Hubbard.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that compartment syndrome, Paul.
Hey,
wow.
I only know it because I was almost suffering from it
What
before,
have you been reading lately? Put the encyclopedia down.
Dare you to Google Austin Hubbard leg injury.
Oh,
really?
I've seen it. Because
Okay.
I found out about it when Dan Hooker put me in the hospital with my calf in New Zealand. Thank God. Hey, at least I was in New Zealand. You know, I could think of worse places to be than. But you know what? Hospitals, they all look the same.
Yeah, talking to New Zealand. You see that countdown show with Adesanya? My word, it looks incredible. Anyway, talking of incredible, this fight.
And the fact that Rivera is still chucking leather right now. He was almost out of this fight a couple times because of this calf, but still in there looking for the knockout.
Oh, yeah, and he's capable of it. He has the power. Oh, there it is.
Huge left from Rivera. Busts Munoz open a bit.
Rips the body, that's nice. He's got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to get a knockout, otherwise Pedro wins this fight. Jimmy knows it, he's going for it, and he has the power to do it.
Oh, man.
Look at this.
Jersey strong in here with Jimmy Rivera, my goodness.
Well, the first meeting in 2015 was unbelievable. The encore has been even better, you can argue. Final 10 seconds.
I mean, this is just an incredible battle. So impressed with both of these men. And I can't wait for the third one because more than likely, Pedro Munoz is the winner.
What a fight. Those men have spent a half an hour in the octagon together, and sheer toughness to be respected from Jimmy Rivera, but all indications are it's going to be a big win for Pedro Munoz in the rematch. Scorecards coming up from Vegas.
Let me just have my shirt. Can I have my shirt? Can I have my shirt?
UFC Fight Night is presented by the U.S. Army. All right, scorecards on this one are in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Pedro, the Young Punisher Munoz.
The celebration